So I wasn't feeling that one. I didn't like that one a lot. I mean, I like the idea of following the timeline, but they left it as ambiguous as possible, and even the conclusion kind of leaves it ambiguous. I mean, we know the answer because, you know, didn't say I got it wrong, but on the flip of that, it's fucking... Oh, forget it. Never mind. Who even cares? That's the kind of thing where... And then one of the biggest hints of the whole fucking thing isn't even in there. But Eddie says he was... They said Eddie was trained in it, but he wasn't trained well enough, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess we could honestly just come to the conclusion that was the hardest one so far, but still, man. Okay. 2 points for skills. Yeah, let's just start to save up for the chameleon. If you can carry twice as many throwing knives, yeah, I'm going to get that next. I have to work my way there. Shit, yeah, that's right. I'm not on level ground.
Maybe instilling a bit of fear in their hearts would do the trick. Oh, I suspect the news of a missing friend might have a little inspiration.
She'll literally be the Queen of Blades. This guy just fell down. He didn't even really care. Okay, less work for me. No, not the body. Idiot. Fucking cops came in. No one. Now go away, dude. Who is he even talking to? You know what I mean, man? Sometimes the AI in these games does weird things for no real reason. Who is he even talking to? Alright, fuck this. I'm just gonna keep moving. Oh, look, they just randomly gave up. Great police. Oh, fuck me. Okay, maybe not. Put the body down. Put the body down, quick.
Poor bugger's snuffed it.
Okay, this guy doesn't care. You know, I can live with some of these guards, man. They're great.
Hang in there. You got me.
Third batch of kids this month and still no progress.
Got him. Got him. Okay. What the hell is she doing? She's just running. It looked like she was coming back for something. Does it have to be the fucking gun execution as loud as fucking possible too? Couldn't just be a nice quiet like knife slash to the throat? Just has to be a fucking loud ass bang. Okay.
Don't fret too hard.
That one wasn't too bad. A lot of weird shit happens. Okay. Well, beyond this, I think I'm going to do the final murder mystery that's available, and then later on when I play again, I'll progress the story. I'll do the Dickens side missions, and I'll do more area control because it's getting pretty late tonight. So I'm just going to wrap it up, and then I'll come back later. Murder mysteries are fun, though. More games need stuff like that. Only 8% done with this. How many? Damn, there's a lot of districts in the city of London. Okay. So I'm going to go to Westminster, which is the last two in the game. Bear in mind that Westminster is the highest level area of the game. I think that level only really applies to like missions and stuff though, because I think normal enemies are basically almost always at your level for the most part. So we'll have to see what happens with this. If I even get into a fight with anyone like level 9 or something, I'm just gonna run. Try to save myself. Okay. Let's do this one. They don't tell you when you get stuff in your chest. I think they only warn you at 75% and 100. That was an interesting animation. How the fuck? There you go. I'm waiting over here like, how the hell do you even get out of here? Conjuring up a killing. Thaddeus the Amazing.
My dear friend, the Ghost Club has an extraordinary case for you. Spiritualist Thaddeus the Amazing has predicted his own death at his
Okay.
first seance. Could you have a look?
What, you want me to stop it? Oh, it's over here. Oh boy, I can't wait. The fucking ghosts are gonna come out and kill him. They're gonna be like Clue right now.
Someone, light the lamps.
Okay, now that was different. Oh, he's dead.
He's actually dead.
Can't move. Alright, nobody move. This is a crime scene. His hair and clothing have been slightly scorched from the explosion. A bloody knife is stuck in his torso. Yeesh. It's one hell of a way to go. Timer and flash pot. Rudimentary timer with the charred remains of a fuse. Fuse leads to an empty plaster cylinder. Apparently the container of a non-lethal amount of gunpowder was used to produce the recent flash of light. So whatever this is not what killed him. It was made to seem like someone killed him, but then why is he stabbed? That doesn't make any sense. Or someone went to make it seem like he was shot when he was stabbed, and we can very clearly see that. Client's addresses. There are also 2 columns for each client. Amounts of money per seance. Dr. Wilburn is missing from the list. Okay. Lady Ursula. Weather, probably written weeks ago. I found a tramp who lives on the street near one of the pigeons. This looks like a chimney and the price for a few cigarettes. He supplies me with all the information I need. What information does he need for what, though? Flashpot 8 shillings. Theatrical supply. It was purchased by him. So he set that up himself. Act as Howard Roberts' legal representative.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
Oh, here we go, right here. I love a guy. Get his signature at the next session or I'll expose you. AR. Alright, let's question these 5, count them, 5 witnesses.
Nothing but a showman, really.
Each week he gave a seance with all his clients present together. So many people makes everything much more dramatic. I attend Lady Ursula at these sessions. She's ailing and needs someone to help her along. I have no particular belief in an afterworld, but if it comforts Milady, I see no harm.
Okay, fair enough. This is Ursula. Yep.
I sought him out after the death of Mittens.
Mittens the cat. Oh, this is going to be good.
I was so hoping to hear from my loved one. I'm convinced Thaddeus could have communicated Mittens' wishes to me. I must know to whom Mittens wishes that I should leave my fortune. And now Thaddeus is lost to us. I shall never know.
Yep.
Mittens is my beloved kitty cat. She was run over by a milk wagon several weeks ago. I've been trying desperately to contact my sweet thing ever since. I'm not well, though, and likely haven't long to live myself.
So something's ailing her, like the guy said.
This is so frustrating. I had a simple question, but have had to come back for seance after seance, week after week. Each time Thaddeus divined a partial number from the other side, but never the entire correct number. Today he promised that I would get...
So Thaddeus knew this would be some kind of a show.
Thaddeus felt that if I signed some papers, it would demonstrate to my dead father that I had absolute trust in Thaddeus.
Gee, I wonder if he was fucking trying to trick you.
He was an incredible psychic. I came to clarify some personal financial matters.
Yeah. I'm not liking this. I think that he's a fake. He's trying to get people's information and money. Everyone here is rich, essentially.
I have no doubt that his powers were genuine. He was able to tell me of my daily comings and goings, and all manner of details that he couldn't possibly have known. He certainly was going to be able to put me in contact with my sister.
Seance.
I'm so sorry to lose Thaddeus. The oddest part is that he claimed all would be revealed to each of us before his death. I've been coming here to decide whether I should accept a marriage proposal. Thaddeus had been attempting to contact my departed sister so that she could give me advice. Thaddeus was a kind man who sincerely wanted me to make the best choice. Now what am I to do?
Okay, so none of these people really incriminate each other, but they all have one thing in common. They're all rich. Oh, wait, who still has more to say? This guy?
I don't understand what happened. He foretold his own death, but I didn't expect it to happen like
Okay.
this.
So no one expected him to die, but most people here are rich. So they would... It seems to me like with all those incriminating papers and the guy that tells him everything he needs just for a few cigarettes, this guy was a phony. He wanted to get people's information so he could get some money out of them. Old school style. Yeah. Where the fuck? Could they at least tell me what floor this shit is on? Here we go. Note added to father's will. The bulk of my fortune is safely secured in an account by particulars which will be communicated by word of mouth to my son. So only his son knows. It's not found in any legal document at all. Okay. Several scrawled notes. Bentland Bank, A7. Bank of Kent, 270. York Bank, A72. So would he know? He would know. He wouldn't need to write this down. Yeah, so someone came in here and wrote that. Someone's trying to figure out probably like a combination of words and letters and numbers and stuff to get to this bank account. Dated over a year ago. Mysterious death in King Street. Felix Magnus claimed he would die at his next seance, but the outcome held even more dramatic. Mr. Magnus demonstrated to several clients that their closest friends and relations were swindling them via Magnus himself before a burst of smoke and flame ended the seance. Dr. Folsom. A year ago, the same thing essentially happened.
My brother has become obsessed with some secret bank account. He inherited almost all of my father's fortune, as well he should as the male heir. But some was locked in a secret account. I think it unlikely that it should be a significant amount. I went along to the seances a couple of times. I thought it was a waste of my brother's time. Power of attorney to a psychic. That sounds very unusual indeed.
Yeah, so all this isn't making much sense. It's not adding up. Something new at the psychic's house? Well, we'll go back there later. Asquith's house is what I'm going to go to next. I don't have enough for a full picture yet, so I'm going to reserve my judgment for now. Still don't know how he died. All we know is that coincidentally something exactly like this happened a year ago. He revealed that all of them were being swindled by himself, and then he died in basically the same way. There's a letter. Boy, dear lad, if you don't give me my money, you'll be in a heap of trouble. So whoever this Boyd guy was is getting swindled hardcore. Mr. Everett... Oh, Everett Boyd, okay. As long as he has no other pressing obligations, I believe that if your daughter accepts his proposal, the money you settle on, the happy couple could mean the success of Mr. Boyd's venture and your daughter.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
Oh, he's a colonel. Alright, I gotta go upstairs first. I have some affection for Everett, but I don't think my sister would approve of him. She always bade me to strive for more. Yeah, sister. Oh, okay, that's why she was asking her sister for advice. Still missing one piece. Where the hell could he even be? Wait a minute. What the hell? Cigarette butts. The tobacco scent. Basically, whoever was that hobo was here at some point. Remember, he likes to smoke a ton, and he gets paid in smokes anyway, so he keeps smoking. He's gonna take us to some whole new area I was not ready to go for. I was not ready for this kind of commitment. The street corner. Yeah, I am not trying to do any of this, please.
That's me. Yeah, some fella come by here every so often. Gives me a silver sixpence if I tell him everything about the folks in that house.
Alright, so he has this guy spying on him.
Nothing unusual about him. Just a regular fella.
I seen him go into that building over there.
Okay. That's the final area. There you go. Get in. Whose office is this anyway? Can't even find anything. Several business cards for a medical doctor. All are printed, or all are identical except each one is printed with a different name. Identical cards, all with different names. Will arrive after the others as usual. Will deflect suspicion. Also make sure we get a big flash of time. He must be convinced it's enough to kill me. So he does this every single year, essentially. So is he really dead, is the next question. Wants Cat to tell her he should inherit. Janice's sister called her Sissy. The cat loved to play with table-used teaspoons. Sister approves of the marriage, knows the account number, needs a signature to access. Howard's father enjoyed goose shooting.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
That's some pretty damning info. She says the account number is A72 at Kentish Bank. Oh, yeah, that's everything. Okay. So it seems like he does this every year. What I would really like to see is if one of the names was the guy from before, from last year, who did this, or if it has his name in there as well. Lady Ursula's house. Then we gotta go back to the Asquiths. Alright, let's go back there right now. I'll be able to get to the bottom of this. Oh, fuck, go down. Oh, I didn't interrogate these guys? Oh, that's an oversight on my part. Yeah, I'm beginning to fall apart. Let me just fucking solve this and then I'll be done. I can't believe I walked out and didn't interrogate this guy. That's how I don't know who the fuck he is.
Given that my engagement has been delayed. Her father mentioned this swindler to me. I know the owner of the local brewery, and I'm convinced his business will flourish. He just needs some financial backing. Now Janice is free to be married at last. I'll invest my dowry in the brewery and make a fortune.
Okay, so that's his goal. Where's the other one?
Never trust a man who tells you what you want to hear. He's after something. Taking advantage of my daughter's love for her departed sister. With that charlatan gone, things can get back to normal. My daughter's engagement to Everett Boyd.
Yeah, so he had a real favoritism for Boyd.
Janice's eldest sister was strong-willed. Janice always followed her lead. That's why it's so sad that she asks for advice, even in death. Time for Janice to think for herself. I know what's best for her.
He's also kind of a controlling father, too.
Janice's age should be married. Everett is a very sensible young man from a good family. He'll be very successful, I'm sure of it.
Okay, so that's his story. We get that he's kind of a controlling kind of guy, too, but at the very least, you know, his claim with Everett is pretty solid. Wait, street corner. What the hell? Have I been here yet? Yeah, that's where this guy is. Okay. We're going to Lady Ursula's house then. No point in going back to him. He's not going to tell us anymore. All he does is spy. That's not murder. So we can't really get him on anything. Okay, we got 3 clues. Dated 7 months ago, medium foretells his own death. Psychic El Roberto El Magnifico revealed several clients were being transduced by their loved ones who had paid him to give false information. And then he was killed. Newbury Street. Dr. Pittenweem pronounced him dead at the scene. Oh, no. It's the doctor. The doctor is not the same as him. So the doctor is pronouncing him dead, and then he's coming back with a new name every time so people don't know who he is. That's what it is. Transduced by their loved ones, and then mysterious explosions. The same thing that set up the other one for the other guy, and now this one. The question is he really dead this time? Did it all really catch up with him? That's what it is. Every time there's a doctor on the scene to call him out, or well, not call him out, to say, yep, he's dead. Found another newspaper article similar to the one I gave it to you. This one's from Sydney. It appears we will be exposed at the next seance just as those people were. Douglas, you got me into this. You better solve it. So basically, people were starting to catch on. Cash cow was beginning to dry up. To Miriam, my maid, and to Douglas, my butler, I leave my Belchingham china. Thanks for their long service. Even on their wedding day, whenever that day shall be. I leave my dear cat Mittens all my remaining worldly goods, and though they bring him even a small portion of the joy he has brought me. And then whatever will I do now that Mittens is no more? She really loved this cat.
Lady Ursula's health is not good at all. And now she's lost her cat, it's almost like she has nothing left to live for. He's been Lady Ursula's butler for years. We have plans to marry. But first, Douglas needs to put together a little nest egg. He says he'll have some money soon. Lady Ursula was planning to leave her fortune to her cat Mittens. Since the cat passed on, she's been going to that spiritualist in hopes that Mittens will tell her what to do with the money.
So it sounds like what? Douglas is also the doctor then. Because Douglas needs to get him out of this. Well, the only thing left is to go back to the Asquiths. Again? Went to the Roberts, I went to the street corner, I went to the office. One more damning piece of evidence.
Janice is a lovely creature. I would be honored were she to accept my proposal. I do adore her.
Okay, so we know that he would do anything for her, etc., etc. Same old song and dance. Not to be a rain on the fucking love party over here. Grab this. Almost everyone here is new testimony. Yeah, this is Douglas.
You think someone paid Thaddeus to tell my lady that a cat wanted them to inherit? Well, that would be quite
Yeah, it
a
would.
scheme indeed.
He helps Lady Ursula, so he would know everything.
I simply do not believe it. And if you're implying that my butler was paying Thaddeus, I must ask you, why would a great psychic do the bidding of a common butler?
Probably because he had some dirtiness on him. I have to review the file.
My own sister, paying Thaddeus off? I thought he was a bit too insistent that I sign that paper. Well, Anne is going to get a good talking to, believe you me.
Dr. Wilburn.
Good Lord, you found the office? I admit it then. Thaddeus and I traveled the world, bamboozling the gullible and then exposing a swindle. But his death was meant to be a fake. I have no
Yeah, he's legit dead this time, huh?
Quite the contrary.
Oh, and her. She's probably the last piece, and after this I gotta figure this out. This is still kind of who would do it.
You believe that Everett paid Thaddeus to manipulate me? It cannot be true. Thaddeus knew all of my comings and goings. He genuinely could communicate with the world beyond.
Okay, so now I'm very confused. Is that all the evidence? I don't know, is it? Yeah, everything else is great. I don't see who else would... No one else has anything to say. Is another one of those weird things where they don't say if you have everything or not. Everyone else is grayed out. I have all the clues. I made sure of it. Okay, well, regardless of whether or not the game wants to own up to it, I'll make do with what I have at the moment. So what we have is a bunch of people who are swindling people. They reveal that, oh, you've been scammed. You've been punked. And then they disappear. In the same way every time. And the doctor is in on it. But now who would want to kill him and why? Dr. Wilburn is missing from the list. Oh, well, there you have it. That's why, oh, well, why would a doctor show up? Well, of course, because it's just perfectly coincidental that a doctor shows up. But Douglas, you need to get me out of this mess. Is pretty damning. W. So it's probably talking to Wilburn. T the Amazing. Okay, so Wilburn arrive after the others as usual. I will deflect suspicion. Make certain we get a big flash. The bank account number is A72. Several business cards for a medical doctor. Yeah, see, this is for Wilburn. Every time he comes back is a new name. So for one house, I think he was seeing the daughter of someone. At another house, he had that homeless guy pop in and see what they're doing and saying and everything. I think that was the house where the father put the money away in a different account or whatever. And then he had a guy working for Ursula. Sydney, yeah, they go around the world, as they said. Felice Magnus. Yeah, I think everyone was starting to become a little bit suspicious. Douglas, you got me into this. You better solve it. But why is Douglas involved? I thought it was just him and Wilburn. I have no clue. What does he say? Assistant employer, Lady Ursula. Feels like he gives it to a group of people to increase the drama. He doesn't really incriminate himself. Dr. Wilburn is a fake, but yeah, again, I don't believe that he would benefit at all from having killed him. Howard Roberts complains that he was obliged to come to his May seances. Contrary to what actually took place, Thaddeus had claimed that clients would learn everything. So yeah, that wouldn't be part of their. It's not part of the usual thing that they do. Well, what did Douglas get him into? The Ursula's maid. Douglas has been Lady's butler for years. She and Douglas have plans to marry as soon as he gets enough money. Oh, well then it would make sense. Somehow, but then how would Douglas get involved? Because he has access to all this money, right? Like he knows that probably the faker swindled him, told him, hey, I'll give you a cut maybe or something if you get me the money from the cat. And he was like, fuck that, I want money, I want to marry my woman. So that could be one way. Yeah, so they're looking like him, but I mean, I don't know. Because no one else really benefits from him being killed. Everyone else is either the gullible, benefits from him being alive, or is just completely unrelated in the first place. So I'm thinking it's Douglas, because it would have made more sense. Because he knew that she was giving away, and if he caught wind, whose house was it where he found that? Lady Ursula's house, right? The phrases transduced by their loved ones and mysterious explosions are circled in pencil. This one's from Sydney and appears will be exposed the next seance just as those people were. I don't know who that is from. I leave China and thanks for the long service. Yeah, so he was only going to get the China. He wasn't going to get any money. That was their office, though. This is not where Douglas would have been in. Business cards, cigarette butts. A list of Thaddeus' client addresses. There are also 2 columns for each client. And again, Dr. Wilbur not there. They obviously staged it. AR. Ann Roberts. Get his signature at the next session or I swear I'll expose you. So it seems like Ann Roberts also knew about it. Expressed astonishment. So she knew about it too. She was also in on it. But she's not here, I don't think. What about Howard Roberts? Yeah, this is that family. where they didn't know where the vault was, and she wanted a chunk of the money. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with him because it seems like he would have the most to benefit off of because he didn't get anything from her. I mean, sure, she might be looking for it, but she's not here, I don't think, right? So it couldn't have been her. This is Douglas. This is the Lady Ursula. Who's this? No, that's Janice. Yeah, Ann Roberts isn't here, so she couldn't have killed him. She was back across town. So I think it's going to be him. Because no one else profits from it. Everyone else is either profits from it, in on it, or not here.
He was going to reveal the
Yep.
plot. He paid the price for betraying a fellow crook.
There you go. Spawned from the fucking light or some shit.
But you pieced it all together very cleverly. Mr. Raymond was particularly interested in this one. He admired the duplicity of Thaddeus.
Yeah, everyone else didn't fit the criteria. Routinely swindled not just clients, but his clients' friends and families in city after city. Him and his confederate. Blah, blah, blah. The swindlers were doubly paid, first by their clients, then by those close to them who wished to manipulate them. Such fashion, Miss Ann Roberts hoped to gain legal authority for her brother in order to remove secret funds. Every boy wished to ensure his marriage would take place. Ursula's butler wished to have her dead cat consort fortune to Douglas herself. But none of these accounted for Thaddeus's odd quirk of enjoying giving a good lesson to his fellow swindlers once he'd empty the coffers. He habitually exposed these manipulators before escaping by feigning his own death. But on this occasion, Anne realized what was coming and enticed Butler, the only swindler present. Yeah, exactly. See, it couldn't have been Anne Roberts because she wasn't here. Farewell, Thaddeus. You may now speak to those in the afterlife at your leisure. That's it. Combination of who would benefit, who wasn't in on it, and who was actually here. If she was here, that would have made things way too complicated. Okay, well, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to teleport to the train. Well, it's been fun for certain. I still think the best one that had the most potential was the one with the timeline. It also had the most potential to be the most simple, and it was also the one that made the least sense at the end because it was ambiguous. But, and I say that, I mean, it could have been one of two people, really. So you kind of just have to wing that one. Oh, shit. I miscracked my knuckle. It's not cracking properly.
Seems a letter has come for Jacob.
That's good for him. 15,000, nice. There you go. Further increase my upgrade speed or my acquirement. I need 100 silk and I could just do this whenever. Okay, well, I'm done for the day. I can barely keep my eyes open. You know that feeling. It was fun. It was great. I enjoyed it, but now it is my time. I'm going to split. And, yeah, pretty good.